Did the EU break the internet? Well, are you watching this video right now? Then obviously no. Although, hold on, I gotta get in line for the upload filter and get some money ready to pay my link tax. United States of Europe making fun of the EU the American way. And last week, the EU Parliament voted on something called the EU Copyright Directive. Now, judging by some of these headlines, it seems that maybe the EU just voted to ban or tax anything you upload to social media from now on. But hey, look on the bright side. If you've been thinking about quitting Facebook, now would be a great time. It all started with artists, creators, and news media complaining, rightfully, that it is currently way too easy to upload their content to platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, with no permission and no pay. Among those complaining, Paul McCartney. Maybe not the poster child for starving artists, but you get the point. EU Supergirl Madalena Kay even wrote a whole protest song about it, and normally I would play you a clip or include a link, but apparently the point is she doesn't want me to do that. In fact, Supergirl itself is a copyrighted term, so forget I used that term, and Madalena Kay, you might want to think of a different name. Is there some comic book where Supergirl shoots herself in the foot? Because that'd be a great metaphor. From what I understand, last week, the EU Parliament voted to create 2 new mechanisms that will either save the internet or it'll be like when America revoked net neutrality so that now you have to pay to search for what is net neutrality. What are the 2 mechanisms? 1, an upload filter to check for copyrighted material. According to the new rules, from now on, instead of upload, 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 it's on the internet. Now it'll be upload, upload, upload. Now it's in line to get onto the internet behind the 3 trillion things that are uploaded every year. And maybe it gets onto the internet, and maybe it doesn't, and you never find out why. 2, there will now be a link tax. Everything you upload that does make it past the upload filter will now be subject to a link tax. You'll have to pay for any reference to any news article that uses more than 1 word. Even if you take a selfie, you might have to pay for copyrighted material that appears on your shirt or anything in the background. Oh my God. I'm trying to think of the right analogy. It's like the EU is shooting itself in the foot, or like using a jackhammer to crush a nut, or you know what it's like? The Age of Ultron. Sure, it seems like a good idea that Tony Stark jumpstarts a dormant peacekeeping program, but then things go terribly awry, forcing him, Thor, the Incredible Hulk, and the rest of the Avengers to reassemble. Wow, that was a good pop culture analogy. I hope it's worth the link tax. And the worst part of it is, we're doing it to ourselves. It's like Tony Stark jump-starting stupid Ultron, or British people voting for Brexit. And now, the Brits, who aren't going to be subject to these new stupid rules, they get to rub our noses in it. And they're right. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare for the future by getting rid of all these books in the background. Burn them! Burn the books!
Newsroom, it's a newsroom. Listen to the sound of the newsroom. Anything can happen in a newsroom. News, 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 news.